We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many England World Cup squads since 2000 as they could. England World Cup squads since 2000. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any player who was in the final World Cup squad for the 2002, 2006 or 2010 World Cups. Any player who was in the final squad. They didn't actually have to play in the World Cup finals because some players don't, but anyone who was in any of those three squads, please. OK, thank you very much, Richard. Now, Elaine and Denise, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. So, Elaine, you are the first person to answer this brilliant question. I think you know all of the squads since 2000. It's just a matter of picking a nice obscure name.
It's not very obscure. Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard. You're going to go for Frank
great.
Lampard. OK, let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said Frank Lampard. It's right. 41. 41 for Frank Lampard. Richard?
Yeah, well done, Elaine. If it's a tough category for you, it's all about damage limitation. He played it every minute of the 2006 campaign and was also there in 2010. Famously scored that goal that never was against Germany.
Indeed.
Didn't he? We would have only lost sort of 7-2 if that had gone in.
Yeah. So then, Lucy, we come to you. We are looking for players in England's FIFA World Cup squad since 2000.
Well, this is possibly the worst thing that could have possibly come up.
Do you follow football at all?
No.
Even vaguely? I mean, are you sort of dimly aware of...
I'm aware of the World Cup.
Yeah.
That's probably as far as it stretches. I will go for Emil Heskey.
Emil Heskey. You've pulled a 9-pointer out of the hat there. Emil Heskey, let's see if that's right. If it is, let's see how many people said Emil Heskey. Very well done, Lucy. Down it goes. 11! That's a great answer. Emil Heskey, Richard.
Yeah, well played, Lucy. Played in 2002, 2010. I didn't think she was going to say that, did you?
No.
I said, I know nothing. I thought you were going to say Sir Bobby Charlton. That's a good answer. Where did Emil Heskey come from? I don't mean...
I just thought that was quite an obvious one. I only know about 3, and that was one of them.
Done very well.
Know. Yeah.
Very well done, Lucy. So, Juanita.
Well, I'm so glad Lucy knew 3 because I only know 1. And it's going to be an early bath for me, I'm afraid, this time. The only England football player whose name I could tell you is David Beckham.
David Beckham.
The only one I know.
OK, well, David Beckham. Let's see if that's right. You're hoping to score as few points as possible with David Beckham. Let's see if he's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said him. David Beckham. 63. Not bad. 37 better than 100. Richard?
Yeah, again, you know, it's not 100. The only England player to score in 3 World Cups, David Beckham.
Now then, Nick, we come to you. So remember, we're looking for England players in any of the England World Cup squads since 2000.
I'll go for Neville, Gary Neville.
Gary Neville, you are saying Gary Neville. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Gary Neville. 12 for Gary Neville. Richard?
Yeah, good answer. Played in 98, but also played in 2006, so a correct answer here.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores. Well, she said it was the worst possible subject for her. She then scored the best score in the past. Lucy, that's wonderful. Score of 11. Then up 1 to Nick and Paul on 12. Then up to 41 for Elaine and Denise. And then 63, Juanita and Cheryl. So on the next pass, really, it's between Denise and Cheryl. We're going to have to tussle out to see who can score the lowest. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for players in England's FIFA World Cup squad since 2000. Paul. Nick did pretty well there with Gary Neville. The high scorers on 63 are Juanita and Cheryl. If you can score 50 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round. I'm guessing this might be quite a good subject for you.
Not really. I don't really watch much football.
Really?
Yeah. Let's think. I feel quite stupid now. OK, I'll go with Phil Neville.
Phil Neville?
Yeah.
OK. You're going to go Phil Neville.
Yeah.
Here is your red line. If Phil Neville gets you below that red line, you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see. Phil Neville, is it right? How many people said it?
Oh, no.
Bad luck, Paul. I'm afraid Phil Neville is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. That takes your total up to 112. Richard?
That's really unlucky, Paul. He was sort of in contention for all three squads, but never made it into any of them. Phil and Gary Neville hold a record for England appearances by brothers, so they beat the Charltons by 1 cap. But Phil Neville hadn't played in 2002, 2006 or 2010, I'm afraid.
OK, bad luck, Paul. So, Cheryl, you've been thrown a lifeline by Paul there. Paul and Nick are the current high scorers on 112. If you can score 48 or less with this answer, you are through to the next round.
The last time I watched football, Gordon Banks was in goal for England. I mean, that's how long ago that was. The only name I can think of is Ashley Cole.
Let's see how many people said Ashley Cole. There we are, Cheryl. Well done, you. You've done it. Very, very good. Scores you 31, takes your total up to 94. Richard?
Yeah, played in all three of those World Cups. He's a distant relation of Mariah Carey.
He's a distant relation of Mariah Carey?
Yep.
I never knew that.
Did you not?
Did anyone else know that? Did you know that?
No.
Well, he is.
Are they like sort of half brothers-in-law?
Yeah, they're half brothers-in-law, yeah.
No, it's not that close.
That's what they are. They're cousins, they're distant cousins.
Distant cousins. Anyway, there we are. Now then, Ali and Lucy, you are in a fantastic position. Doesn't matter what you say here, Ali. You are through to the next round. You'll never overtake Paul and Nick's high score of 112. Bearing that in mind, Ali, why not go out on a limb, see if you can find a pointless answer? There must be a pointless squad member.
There must be. I've got loads of footballers' names running around my head, and no one's mentioned a goalkeeper yet, I don't think, so I'm going to go for David James.
David James, you are saying. Well, as I said, you are through to the next round, whatever happens. So there's no red line for you. Let's see, David James, is it right? How many people said it? David James. 20 for David James, perfectly decent score, takes your total up to 31.
Yeah, well played, Ali. He was actually the oldest player at the 2010 tournament, David James. He's 62.
Right, now then, Denise.
Oh, this
41.
isn't my subject.
It isn't?
Not really, no.
You are on 41. The high scorers remain Paul and Nick on 112. That means if you can score 70 or less,
Okay.
you are through to the next round.
I'm trying to remember when I've sat with my sons watching football. I'll try Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham, you are saying. Teddy Sheringham. Let's see if that is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Teddy Sheringham. It's right! And you are through. Look at that, Denise! The best score of the whole round. 2 points for Teddy Sheringham. Takes your total up to 43. Richard?
Yeah, well played, Denise. I think scored very, very low score because he was really reaching the end of his career in 2002, so people, I think, didn't realise he played then. And one of the pointless answers actually bears that out as well. There's only 4 pointless answers of all the names of anyone in those squads. So let's take a look, see how you did at home. Martin Keown played in 2002, the Arsenal defender. He was pointless. Danny Murphy, who was in the 2002 squad, withdrew from injury, now Fulham captain. See, Gareth Southgate was a pointless answer. Very famous, but I think people perhaps forgot that he was still around in 2002. And Kieran Dyer, was also a pointless answer. Very well done if you said any of those 4 at home. Let's look at the top scorers, the ones that most people from our 100 said. John Terry on 43, Wayne Rooney on 61, and David Beckham up there on 63, the most popular answer of all.
Thank you very much, Richard. So, at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score, Paul and Nick. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Phil Neville.
Not a lot I can say about that, really, is there?
Yeah, that's a shame.
I'll never live it down.
A great shame. We have to say goodbye to you now, but we will see you again next time.
OK.
Very best of luck then. I'm sure you will go further than round 1. Meantime, thanks very much for playing.
Thank
Great
you.
contest. Thank you.